So today we're going to be going over a tutorial on how to create a 3D bridge and model it in ANSYS. So step number 1 involves opening up Workbench, navigating to your toolbox, and pulling static structural out of your toolbox and into the project schematic. Then you're going to right click on geometry and open up space claim. I already have space claim open, so we're going to navigate there. Now, I wanted to give a in-depth tutorial demonstrating each step, but for some reason when I try to I can't write 2 in there for some weird reason. So I'm just gonna I was gonna do it in I don't know why, but my it was working earlier. I don't know what's going on, but so as you can see, I'm having a little bit of trouble actually clicking my keyboard to put in the commands. But what you're gonna do, you're gonna end up in this space and you're gonna select layout sketch to make sure that's checked, and then you're going to navigate to your file, select space claim options, and we're gonna change the units to meters. So that's what you're gonna do, and then you're gonna click OK to change the unit to meters. And then I was gonna do the tutorial on how to actually create the bridge and draw it out in here, but I can't. As you just saw, I can't control my drawing right now, and I don't know why. But fortunately, I did build it out previously, so we have that there. So that's just a demonstration of what you should do when you first open it up. Now this is actually, I'm just gonna go into a little bit more depth on how to actually create the geometry. You can sort of see the steps here as well. So our geometry, each beam is going to be 2 meters long. So once you've changed the unit to meters, you can draw out 2 meters here, make a triangle. So 2 meters here, 2 meters here, connect it, and then you can click escape. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna draw a line from the top, and you're gonna make that 2 meters, 2 meters, 2 meters, 2 meters, all the way across. 2 meters, 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 and 2 meters here. So you're gonna make this drawings. It's similar to what we did in tutorial, I wanna say 3. And then you're gonna have just this one side. So we're gonna have to split it. So how we're gonna do that is that we are going to navigate to our structure. We're gonna right click on that. We're actually just gonna click the sketching plane, and then you can copy and paste it. So just Control C and then Control V, and then you're gonna get the second sketching plane seen here, right? And then when you draw out the sketching plane, what we're gonna do is we're gonna navigate to move it. You want to make sure that you've clicked end sketch editing, and then we're going to navigate to move it. You're going to click move, and then you can pull it. And then what you're going to do after you've clicked move, you're going to see this, and you can you're going to select that z-axis, and you're going to, when you select it or when you pull it, right, you're going to see that you're going to type into. Once again, I can't control I can't type in anything on my keyboard, and it won't respond. I don't know why. So but that's how you're going to do that. Oh man, that messed up. Okay. So okay, yeah. So now you've moved it 2 meters apart. So it's going to be 2 meters apart by clicking that z-axis, moving it a little bit, and clicking that 2 to make sure that it's moved 2 meters. Now you have the bridge, the 2 sides of the bridge, but now we need to connect them, as well as create the face, the face of here. Here. So what we're gonna do is we are going to we're gonna enter sketch. We're gonna select enable 3D sketch, and then we're gonna draw lines. So we're gonna enable 3D sketch, and then click line, and then you're gonna draw each line. So this line is gonna correspond to this line. You're gonna know that it's on the right vertex because it turns from a square to a circle. So here to here, here to here, all the way across. And then on the bottom, we're not doing it all the way across. We're just gonna do it on each end. So here to here, and here to here. Okay. And then once you've done that, you can select end sketch editing just to make sure everything so that you can actually navigate. And then we're gonna navigate to fill. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna click. We're actually gonna click select, and we're gonna hit control. So, and then you're gonna click control and select each one. So select, control, all the way around the bottom face of this bridge. So you can see it's highlighting it. And then once you've done that, you can just select fill. Okay, that's it. And that's how we get what we see here, this geometry that we see here. So that's pretty much the entirety of the geometry. It's pretty straightforward. And then once you've done that, the next step involves actually like creating the beam. I want to say you actually create the beam before that step. So how we're going to do that, we're going to navigate to beams. We're going to select this profile right here, the rectangle profile. So once we select it, it's going to show up here. So we can open up beam profiles and right click that rectangle to edit the beam profile. When we are in here, we have the base and the height. So we're going to change the height. It's going to say like 0.01 or something like that, or 0.1. So you're going to change this to 0.05, and as well as the height from 0 to 0.05. And then you can close that. So that's applied. And then in order to actually apply it, we're going to select rectangle. We're going to highlight the whole thing. That's not the whole thing. Yeah, we're going to highlight the whole thing. We're going to highlight the whole thing. Okay. So an important step, I think I should state now, is we're actually not going to build out the bottom face of it until we have added the beams. So just pro tip. So we're going to highlight the whole thing, and then it'll highlight the same way that we just saw it here, like this, but all the way around it. And then we're going to select rectangle. We are going to, and then we're going to click create. And then when we click create, the whole thing will turn into beams. Then from that step, that's when we actually create the bottom. So we're going to navigate back to sketch. We're going to navigate to design. We're going to click select. We're going to click control and then select each beam along the base. Like I had just previously shown, that's when we do this step. And then once we've done the whole bottom face, we're gonna click fill, and that's the geometry. So you're gonna create the beams prior to creating the base. And I feel like there's something else I should say. So when you've created the beams, you're going to, we want to make sure that everything is connected. So we're gonna navigate to Workbench, and we're gonna click share, and then that'll show you all of these points, and then you can just click check mark, and that'll weld them all together. So that's how you get the geometry. That's all the steps. Okay, then this is 8 minutes long already. We're gonna navigate to model. You're gonna right click it, you're gonna click edit. I already have the mechanical software open, so it's gonna show up here. Your first step is going to be, you're gonna see this import. We'll navigate to the system geometry, and specifically the rectangle, and then we're gonna change, so we're gonna change the thickness. We're gonna navigate to surface actually. We're gonna change the thickness to 0.1 meters. And then from there, we are going to create
a face do not have.
And then we're going to create our mesh. So we're going to go here. And then it's really simple actually. We're just going to choose the element size to be 0.2. And we're going to generate the mesh. That's it. It's really straightforward. The mesh is very easy this time around. So in the tutorial, you also have the option of changing the element size to 0.5. It's the default one. So you would just click mesh and then click generate. But ultimately we decide to mesh it to 0.2. So that's just a pro tip. All right, next we have to create the boundary conditions. So we're gonna go to static structural. You can see that we have a fixed support, displacement, and then we're also applying a pressure. So we are going to navigate to structural, apply, click fixed, and then we're gonna fix this end of it. So we're gonna click apply after we've selected this edge right here, and then we're gonna also add displacement. So we're gonna see the displacement on this edge. So we're gonna click displacement, and then we are gonna change it from components to, oh wait, no, we're gonna keep the components, and we're gonna select this edge here, click apply, and then we're gonna change the Y component to 0. I'm gonna delete these, but because I was just demonstrating what we're doing. Delete, yes. Let me pause. And then from there, we're also gonna apply pressure. So we're gonna apply pressure, seen here, and we are going to apply a pressure of, I think it was, I want to say it was 5. Let me see. So we're gonna select this face. So we're gonna select this face, seen here, and then we are gonna apply a pressure of negative 200,000 pascals. So that's what you see here. That's the force that or the pressure that we're applying. And then it's just to like assess the solution. So as we already know, we're gonna, to see the total deformation, we're gonna click total deformation, select directional deformation, we're gonna do the equivalent stress, we're gonna do the normal stress, and then we're gonna do the axial force, we're gonna do the total bending moment, and then we're gonna also do force reactions. So we're gonna select force reaction, and we're gonna apply the force reaction on this end as well as the force reaction on this end. So this is gonna be for the fixed end, and this is gonna be the displacement. And then we have to apply the beam tool. So we're gonna go, I wanna say we go here, right click, open up insert, beam tool. That will bring us here, and then when you open up beam tool, it's like these options. I'm just gonna delete that real quick. So that's how you find the beam tool, and then to do the total shear moment diagram, I'm gonna click here. To apply the stress tool and find the safety factor, we're gonna right click on solution once again. We're gonna select insert and go to stress tool and find the max equivalent stress. And it looks like this. Yeah, so we have bending moment and axial force already there. And then probe, we're gonna do the force reactions as already stated. So a little bit more detail on how we actually create the total shear moment diagram. So the way that we're gonna do this, we're gonna go to solution, we're gonna click shear moment diagram, and then, but when we do that, it's not gonna appear like this initially. We have to create a path for it. So it's gonna give us the option for, it's gonna be blank, so we have to create a path for it. So we have to navigate to model, we're gonna click prepare, we're gonna select construction geometry, and then in construction geometry, we're gonna choose to create a path. So on the path, what we're gonna do the same thing that we did. We're gonna click control, and then we're gonna select each edge. So this one, and this one. And then that's how we create our path. So when we return back to total shear moment diagram, we're gonna select the path. Just choose that for the path, and that's it. And then I think that's all of the solutions. So here's how they all look. Here's how our total deformation looks, our directional deformation looks, our equivalent stress, our normal stress, our axial force, our total bending moment, the total shear moment diagram, the safety factor, the direct stress, minimum combined stress, as well as the maximum combined stress, and then the force reaction on the fixed edge, as well as the displacement. The edge that's being displaced. Okay, that's it. Thank you.